what do you get when you take an 80s mall rat, a techie raccoon, walking daddy issues, walking anger issues, and a speaking tree and throw them all into a wacky space called adventure? Well, that's Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, and I think you get a whole mess of fun. Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy is almost like an apology. It's the game we should have gotten with that extremely disappointing Avengers game. Now, of course this game didn't go into development due to the backlash from the Avengers game. That's mathematically impossible because time does exist. I checked. However, this game feels exactly like what we deserved, and kind of what we were promised by the Avengers game. Whether it's intentional or not, this game surprises you with its quality just like the original Guardians movie from 2014. And now, the review. And where else to begin but the story? Now, I won't get into heavy spoilers here because if you haven't already played this game, just do it. It is worth your time. So, by the time the game begins, the Guardians of the Galaxy have already been a team for roughly 3 months. So you're not retreading any water by going through the formation of the team again. You begin as Peter Quill, also known as Star-Lord, helping your team find their next paycheck, and of course, things don't go your way because why would they? You're swept into this sprawling adventure going planet to planet, finding credits, crash landing the Milano, and battling huge space creatures. You run into many familiar faces from every corner of the Marvel Universe, and trust me, some of them are so out of left field, but they're all so delightful. None of them feel out of place. This game also has an unexpected amount of plot twists. Nothing you can't see coming, but in order to pick up on the foreshadowing, you need to be paying very close attention to detail, and you especially need to figure out what is a red herring and what's an actual clue. Over the course of the game, you help each Gardner, sorry about that. Over the course of the game, you help each Guardian reach their full potential as you battle not just physically, but mentally as well, taking on every challenge the universe throws at your team. And while having inner turmoil about Star-Lord's past, this game finds the perfect mix between story elements and shoot shoot blam blam, and that's helped in no small part to the gameplay. This game is a decent mix between a Telltale game and a team-based shooter, so there's a lot to go through. First of all, on the Telltale side of things, you get my standard Telltale complaint, and that's that I wish there were more great answers. A lot of the time it's just between be a jerk to your friend or talk to them nicely, and that's not really a choice. But every now and again you have choices that actually affect the plot, and these are where the story elements really come into their own because the impact your choices have come back in a really nice and rewarding way. Now let's look at the other end of the gameplay and focus on the combat. There are many different enemy types scattered throughout the worlds you explore with unique abilities and attacks, and they throw a lot at you all at once. But you know what, that's okay because you also have a wide array of tactics at your disposal. Star-Lord himself has a lot of power between his unlockable abilities and secret gun modes, but the most important weapon in his arsenal is his team. Now, okay, I'll admit, like a lot of other people, I was kinda turned away when I found out that you'd only be able to play as Star-Lord and just kind of point around the rest of the team, letting them do their own thing. But I was completely wrong to feel that way. As team leader, you command the other Guardians and use their unique abilities in interesting ways for combat and support. Trust me when I tell you, there is no better feeling than being completely swarmed by enemies than pulling off this crazy combo with your team's abilities that completely clears the board. You need to be able to think quick on your feet, and it is such a rewarding experience. Apparently this shot caller gameplay has been done before in like the Final Fantasy series, but this is my first time experiencing it for myself, and it is, in my opinion, one of the best parts of the game. It is unique, creative, keeps you on your toes, is satisfying as hell when you actually understand what you're doing, and is overall the perfect addition for this game. It's something I didn't know that I needed, and was a huge part of what made me fall in love with this game. It keeps it fresh and alive. My only real complaint about the combat would actually be about the boss fights. You know, they could use some fine-tuning. Once you find a pattern that works, you pretty much just repeat it until the boss is dead. The bosses in this game really could have used some secret form changes or special moves to keep you on your toes and just switch things up a little. But overall, I rate Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy a 6 out of 10. It is easily one of the biggest surprises in the superhero genre this year, so please don't sleep on it. This review is a lot shorter, and I mean a lot shorter than I thought I'd make it, but that's only because I don't want to give too much away, so please go out, support this game, and experience it for yourself, because Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy rocks.
Gardeners of the Galaxy?
What? No, Rocket! So I let Groot fill out the paperwork.